What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are out there killing it in whatever poker game you're playing. We are going to take a look at day one of the High Five series on America's Card Room. I played in 5 tournaments, had 3 finishes in the top 12. That is pretty amazing. We were on quite the heater the other day. Let's jump right into the poker action. First hand we're looking at is Pocket Kings in the cutoff. We are playing in event number 2. It's a 10,000 guaranteed, 1650 buy-in. We are down to 2 tables, and we have Pocket Kings in the cutoff. We get an open raise from under the gun to 2x, and we're going to be putting in a 3-bet here. Make it 46,750 to go. We are currently sitting 9 of 18, just about average stack, and we take that one down pre-flop. Same table. Couple hands later, we have Ace Queen on the button. We are currently at about 30 big blinds, but our opponents in the blinds are both less than 20 big blinds. So I'm going to be jamming here with their smaller stacks, and we take that one down pre-flop as well. Couple hands later, we have pocket 8s, open raise to 17,000, and that one folds as well. We are just taking down all of these pots pre-flop. This is what happens when you're approaching the final table. A lot of players seem to tighten up, and you are able to pick up a lot of pots pre-flop, taking down those blinds and antes and adding to your stack, and that is why you need to be playing aggressive at this point in the tournament. Now we have pocket 7s under the gun, open raise to 2x, 16,000. The big blind is a very short stack at about 18 and change. This will pot commit him. He only has 2,000 in when he makes a call pre-flop. Gets the rest in. We are never going to be folding in this spot. Make the call. He has a gut shot and hits his gut shot on the river. Double him up and taking some of our chips. Moving over to the other table, which is the High Five event number 1, 20K guaranteed. We are currently getting paid $108.63, and we have Ace Queen in the hijack seat. We are less than 10 big blinds, so I jam all in with the Ace Queen, and we get called by another Ace Queen. Going to wind up splitting that one, but I'll take it. Add a couple chips to the stack right there, and we are currently on break and getting paid $108 on event number 1, and currently $138 on event number 2. Back to the live action. In event number 1, we have Ace Jack offsuit in the cutoff. Folds to us, and we are open jamming with the Ace Jack offsuit. Less than 10 big blinds still in our stack, and we pick that one up pre-flop, giving us one more revolution around the table. Still in event number 1. Current payout is $141.55. Blinds and antes are at 15,000. 30,000. We are sitting at about 7 big blinds right now. The flop CEO jams all in for his stack at a little bit more than 9 big blinds. I think he's going to be doing this with a wide range in this spot, and I make the call with the Ace Jack. We are up against another Ace Jack, and we split yet another pot. And we have pocket queens the very next hand. We currently have a little bit more than 3 revolutions around the table in our chip stack, and now up to about 8 big blinds. We get an open raise to 3x from the cutoff, and we're going to be jamming all in here with our pocket queens. And we get a call. It is Ace King against queens. It's a coin flip. Have to avoid an ace or a king, and we do, doubling up in event number 1. We currently have over $500,000 in chips now in event number 1. And here are the payouts for event number 1. First place is going to take down over 6K. There are 21 players remaining. We are currently 16th in chips. Need to get some double ups in here, but if we do double up one time, we will be in the top 10. So we're looking pretty good in this tourney, not too bad. Back over to event number 2. You can see that my Hold'em manager has now disappeared since it crashed, and my computer soon crashed thereafter. I don't know why that keeps happening. I'm having some issues, need to get that fixed. But we have Ace Jack offsuits, and our chip stack is less than 7 big blinds, so we're going to be jamming here. There are currently 11 players left, and we get a call from the big blind who has Ace 10, and we hit a jack on the river. Didn't help us. We were going to win it anyway, and we double up in event number 2, and the very next hand we have pocket aces. We are still sitting at 11 of 11 in this tournament. The cutoff open raises to 3x. Folds around to us. We jam all in for the rest of our stack. And we get a call. It is aces against pocket nines. And we double up 2 hands in a row. We are now sitting 6 of 11. And that is when the computer crashes. And I lost the rest of the video footage, you guys. But we will continue this one within Hold'em Manager. We have Hold'em Manager up and running. And we are going to continue looking at event number 1 in the High 5 series on America's Card Room. This time, blinds and antes are at 20,000, 40,000. We have 341,000 in our chip stack, about 8.5 big blinds. Jam all in here with the ace king suited in under the gun +2. Fold all the way around and we take that one down pre-flop. We now have over 10 big blinds in the tourney. Couple hands later, we have jack 3 offsuit in the big blind. Folds around to us. We have a very short stack to our left. We are getting great odds here, so I just jam all in. We are probably going to get a call here close to 100% of the time. They do make a call with the queen 8 suited. We are a 34 to 66 in this hand. Not a terrible spot to get in with for a big pot. We need a jack or a 3. Can't get there. We double up, I guess more than double up, the player to our left, and we lose a little bit of our chip stack on that one. A few hands later, the player to our left has even more chips than before. Same situation, folds around to us. We are jamming in our entire stack, and the player to our left makes a call. We hit a 10 on the flop and a 10 on the turn. We don't need that 10 on the river, but I'll take it. Quads, doubling us up. Now, after getting blinded out a few times, our chip stack is greatly diminished. We have a little bit more than 3 big blinds in our stack, about 3.5 big blinds. We need to be making a move right here. 5-9 offsuit is not the best hand to be making a move with, but it's this hand or the next one. If we were to fold this hand, 5-9 is not the best hand to be making a move with, but I am looking at the players we're going to be jamming into, and we have a lot of tight players to our left. The loose player to our right, who does not fold to steals very often, has folded from this hand, and we would be stealing into that player next. We would probably not get a fold, so I'm going to be trying to pick up this one pre-flop, even though our hand is not that great. So I jam all in. We get a quick rejam from the player to our left. See that we're up against queens. Not a very good spot, but we do have outs with that flop. We need a 7. Still need a 7. Can't get there. We are knocked out of that tournament, and we were knocked out in 12th place for 368.70. 12 out of 1,646 players. Not too bad. That's a pretty good cash. That first place over 6,000 would have been nice, though. We are going to continue event number 2 now. The last 2 hands we looked at, we had doubled up with the ace jack and the pocket aces. A few hands later, we have ace 10 in the big blind. The hijack seat open raises to 2x. We make a call, see a flop with the ace 10. Flop is 8 high. 2 3s on the board, check back, and the hijack player continuation bets for a little bit more than 31,000. I make a call with the ace high, check back on the turn. Our opponent checks back. I think we're going to be good here with the ace high a lot of the time. I check back to try to induce a bluff. I'm going to be calling most rivers. Our opponent checks as well, and we do take that one down with the ace high. Big pot right there of almost 150k. Now we have king queen suited. I believe we are at the final table at this point in the tournament. Blinds and antes are at 10,000, 20,000. Folds around to the hijack, who open raises to 46.5. And I make a call here with the king queen. Flop is queen high, rainbow. We flop top pair. Our opponent bets half pot, and I make a call here with the top pair. The turn is another deuce. There's now 254,500 in the pot. I check back again on the turn. I'm going to be calling this one all the way down. Our opponent checks, though, on the turn, and the river is a 4 of hearts. I see that our opponent has a very low fold to river bet percentage, only 20%. Yes, it is a very small sample size, but they also have a small bet percentage on the river, so I think our best bet here is to bet into him and try to get a call from a pair less than queens. But he does make the fold, and we take down that pot of over 250,000 chips, moving us up into 3rd in the chips right now. Few hands later and a few eliminations later, we have ace king in the hijack seat. Folds to us. I just jam right here. We we are at about 25 big blinds. Folds all the way around. We take down the blinds and aces with that one. The very next hand, we have pocket aces, and I make a smaller bet this time. You could argue for putting in the same type of bet, maybe just a jam. People might not give it respect, but I change it up a little bit, got to balance out the game. And once again, it folds all the way around. I don't think a jam would have given us a different result. Probably would have wound up exactly the same. But we take down another pot pre-flop, picking up the blinds and antes. A few more hands later, we have ace-king, once again under the gun, sitting at about 18 big blinds. I jam all in, and we take down yet one more pot pre-flop. Several hands later, blinds and antes are up to 15,000, 30,000. We are sitting at about 12 big blinds right here. And the small blind jams all in. This is a very loose, aggressive player. And I make the call with the ace in the big blind. We are up against a 9-10 offsuit. For a pot of almost 800,000, we just have to avoid a 9 or a 10. We do, doubling us up. That was a big one. Now we're down to 5 players. We have 9-8 suited in the big blind. We get an open raise from the cutoff to 2x. I make a call on the button. Flop is king high. Rainbow doesn't connect with many hands. We check, our opponent checks. The turn is the 9 of clubs. I lead out for 1/3 pot right here, and our opponent does fold. We take that one down. Our chip stack is currently sitting at about 700,000. Lost a couple small pots. And we now have queen 9 offsuit on the button, sitting at about 7 big blinds. I jam all in. We are 4-handed, and we take that one down pre-flop. Add 120,000 to our chip stack. The next hand, we have ace 8 offsuit. Jam all in with that one. We now have 9 big blinds, and we take down another one, adding almost 2 big blinds to our chips. But on the very next hand, we have ace jack offsuit, and we get a min raise from the button. Small blind folds. I am jamming here with the ace jack. It is 340,000 for our opponent. I love cast the call in this spot, and they do make the call with the king 10 suited. We hit a jack on the flop, but our opponent hits a king on the turn, giving him the lead and knocking us out of the tournament in 4th place. We had a great run in day 1 of the High 5 series on America's Card Room. Our best finish was a 4th in event number 2, paying out $915. We had a 12th place finish in event number 1 for $369, and we final table bubbled event number 5 for only $45, but quite the successful day and one of the best tourney days that we've had so far in the 100K challenge. And check out that bankroll, you guys. We just added about $2,000 today, almost up to 6K. We jumped past that 5K number in a matter of minutes, or hours actually. But that was quite the tourney day. Next video, we'll be back into the cash games. We'll take a look in Hold'em Manager at the cash games I was playing during these tourneys as well. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the future poker action. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave those in the comment section below. If you are enjoying these videos, if you like these final tables, give this video a thumbs up. And I will be back soon with a new video. But until then, I'll see you guys out on the virtual felt.